Hello everyone. Today we'll have a discussion on my experience with criticism. So when it comes to criticism, we have two types based on how you perceive it or what is the intention of the person who criticizes you. And these are number one is constructive, number two is destructive. Constructive and destructive, the distinction between these two is the first is to make you understand the mistakes that you have done, or it's basically to bring out your inner motivation to do the right thing, to not repeat the same mistake again in the future. And the idea behind destructive criticism is it's basically it doesn't extend, it's not that wide, because it depends on how you perceive it, right? For example, a person has a very ill intention to make you feel bad in front of the other people, and if he criticizes you, tells bad about you for wrongdoing, for your incompetence in front of the people, while it could have been said in behind the curtains. However, he decides to 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 express it in front of the large audience to make you feel full dumb, or which will eventually uh, destroy your progress or your life. The ill intention of the person is basically, it basically gives the value in destructive criticism, and you have to be very careful about it. Many times in life uh, I have experienced destructive. However, now it proved that the, the such criticism, by the time it proved that the destructive criticism at that point of time became constructive criticism, and I'm grateful for that, because I have built myself into such, I would say, Iron Man, or stronger, that now if someone says something about me, what it used to hurt me when someone said to me before, or before and it really hurt me, and now it doesn't matter anymore because I'm used to it right now. So the place, the school where I went to had this culture of bullying people. You were, and it was so common, and we really doesn't couldn't comprehend, or we doesn't, it was part of the tradition of school, that the elders will bully juniors, and we, unlike today's generation kids, we were much stronger by that time, and whatever they do or they say we do, and it doesn't matter, really, it doesn't matter. And and if you say today to the kids of this generation, they will more likely go depressed, or they will hide themselves behind the curtain, or they will avoid. But it was way different than what it is today. So if you make a mistake, if you do something bad, for example, I as I in my previous video I have said that I wasn't good at study, so many times I would ask questions to the teacher in classroom, and if it went wrong, or if a student, if teacher asked me question and if I answered it wrong, then the or worst case scenario, if I was to give a speech and if I made a slight mistake, maybe in pronunciation of a word, then there are some students, or perhaps uh, I wouldn't say all, but they somehow they doesn't have that compassion to understand what he feels. So uh, 3 or 4 students will keep on mocking me the same mistake. If suppose if I said that particular term, how should I say? Uh, wha- if I said in my experience, suppose if I said good morning to everyone, or good morning to all of you, sometimes it sounds good morning to I love you, and that in that situation, what happened that s- some of the stupid bastard students, they will just take this the this the, this um this thing, and they will keep on mocking you all the way to every place you see them, and there was no way you could avoid them, even in the dining hall, classroom, prayer hall, hostel, or wherever you find them, they will tease you. And it was quite frustrating sometimes, but eventually it doesn't matter. So this was a clear destructive criticism, right? He was trying to humiliate you, trying to make you look bad in front of people. And I have seen more often that if such person tease you, then the people that you encompass in that encompass will will laugh on you, will laugh on that joke, which is basically wrong. If I say now, it's about me. I would say I was mentally more stronger than many of the students. However, there were students who were weak and they could not bear such criticism, will often end up mad, doing nothing, and how and matter of fact, they cannot do anything to such people. Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't have doing that. So, and the constructive criticism, the construct and you will have to understand. You will have also be care. You will also have to be careful about your relatives. Okay, they are many times they and instead of constructive criticism, they do destructive criticism. Since many times in my experience, if I do something wrong, if I do some mistake, or then they will speak you with all the bad things they could say to you. mm, like you are such this and that, you cannot do anything. I remember once I mistakenly, however I don't want to mention it, I mistakenly uh, broke something, and yeah, it triggered one of my relative, which uh, led her to say many bullshit things on me. I could have, mm, I could have make it what I couldn't have make it what it was, because I mean, like, I could not uh, repurchase the same thing, because I didn't have the money, the only thing I could do was hear and take it. And another case I remember when I was at one point of time I was playing football. I was playing football, and one of the elders, I think he saw me from far. I was in sixth or seventh grade, and he was in ninth or tenth grade. I don't remember exactly. He came. I didn't see him. I think he had saw me from somewhere far distant, and when he came near to me, he said that, "Oh, I thought I I don't know what was exactly in his mind, but he said to me that I was wondering who this old say the old guy playing football, but it was you. So maybe he I don't know the ill intention, but if I were in place of him, I wouldn't be saying that to my face. As a kid, you should understand that he'll be hurt. So he could have tell his friends, but I mean like I don't find any sense here telling me that I was I looked older from the distance. I mean, like, who is this old guy? He was telling me in such way that I was wondering who is this old guy playing football, and then when he came nearby and he said that to me, and I felt a bit embarrassed. And you will find that, and it happened many a times. I was a very rough guy. Like I said, I used to go to the jungle. So I spent most of my childhood in jungle. So I had all those uh, scratches over all my body, scratches over yeah, whole my body on my body, on whole of my body. So he said it to me, and many times my friend, they would say that, uh, why are you so ugly, and they also says that you have and in one of my experiences, uh, the my friend said that you had a by looking at your handwriting it seems that you are a very good looking guy, but when it comes to reality you are not. I mean, you're ugly. Yeah, he didn't explicitly say it ugly, but he was referring. I mean, I got the message. So constructive criticism, in my experience, constructive criticism I have again is from my teacher. I would say, lucky. I'm lucky enough to have surrounded or encountered or taught by a very good teacher, not just in education, also in personal life. They have told me. I mean, they have expressed me. See, you have to understand in many traditional or conventional educational system, the teachers are bounded to teach what it is written in the textbook, and they don't really share or um, uh, discuss about their personal life within a given time frame for the exam. But I had a teacher. I am great. I'm fortunate that I have such teacher who expressed or who shared their personal experience of life with me, which gave me wider range about the life. And they would tell me that I'm weak at this particular thing. For example, in math, I was weak at trigonometry, or even if I was disciplined and a punctual student, that they would criticize me. You have to do this work, and you're weak at this. You need to work upon this. No, they won't say. They would not say that. What the hell are you doing with this? You're such a fool in trigonometry. Instead, they would say, um, "You're bad at this. You need to work on this." And I, yeah, it definitely helped me because it motivated me more. As a child, you cannot. You are so sensitive to the things around you, and it's more likely that if someone or elder or your parents criticize you, even if they don't have the intention of it, they don't understand the destructive criticism. If they do, then it's more likely that you will end up doing things that they dislike just to make them feel bad because they hurt you, right? And however, if the criticism, the right criticism or destructive criticism comes to you, then it motivates you from inside. It motivates you uh, to do better, to prove them right because you understand that they are helping you. Yes, that's the point. And finally, it's important that we should surround ourselves with the right people who is ready to criticize there. And it's also important to understand that some people who have also who sees and who sees that it's better to criticize, tell you something that will hurt you, is basically hurt you, and they abstained from telling you, are also the people who don't want good things or don't want you to learn. They want to keep it away from you. So constructive criticism or this, sometimes destructive criticism is also way too motivating if it proves counterproductive. uh, Whereas a person decides or pretends to stay quiet, that means he have a very ill intention about you. So you have to be very careful with the people who you surround yourself with, whether it's family, relatives, and many more. And without criticism, I think we cannot progress. We cannot make progress. We cannot track our progress. Where, as when I look back, I see that these are the criticism. These are were the problems I had, and now because of someone criticized me, I could make it right, and now I'm not going to make the same mistake again. It's definitely a win for me, and I'm in the progress. So that's it. Thank you.